What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be hunting the brand new desert bighorn sheep here on Rancho del Arroyo. But first, I wanted to show off all of the brand new skins that we get from completing the community challenge that is going on right now. If you're watching this video within, like, I think probably 10 days, within 10 days of it coming out, you guys should still be able to get these. You just have to shoot a wolf between the hours of 12 and I believe 4 in the morning with the proper caliber, pass the harvest check, and boom, you will get all the skins. And they're actually pretty cool. It comes with this one right here, this kind of like Halloween themed skin. It also has like a werewolf themed skin, which looks really cool, honestly. I like that one a lot. And the final one is the Halloween slime paint. Definitely a nice little freebie full of skins. Very, very cool. I'm glad that they've been doing these more often, these community challenges with free skins. Definitely a cool way to implement the cosmetics versus the paid packs they used to do. Definitely like this better. There it is. We found ourselves a desert bighorn sheep. That is super cool, man. And honestly, this is a very huge step for the Hunter Call of the Wild. I don't think most people realize how big of a step this could possibly be for this game. But this is the very first map-specific variation of an animal that we have that isn't just like a name change, like it's an actual visual difference. The weights are different. That's really cool. And it's a really awesome step in hopefully getting map-specific variations of species for every map. Let's take a shot on our first ever desert bighorn. Absolutely smoked him. Now, as you would expect based on what I just said, these can only be found on Rancho del Arroyo, and they're going to be drinking from... Where is it? Where's the time? They're going to be drinking from 11 to 14. So you got a 3-hour window for the drink zones. I don't believe these guys will be able to go to the feeders because they are obviously a sheep. And as far as we've been able to find out, like, goats and sheep aren't attracted to any of the feeders that are currently in the game. Let's see, there it is, our very first desert bighorn sheep. And oh my gosh, they look cool. Now, we're going to have to compare them side by side to the Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep. We're going to do that at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around to the end. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit the like button on this video. If we hit, let's say, 700 likes, I will do a video on one of the top 3 comments that are down below. So be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what type of video you'd like to see with the new stuff that was added in this update. Now, just off of first look, I do think the fur might be a little bit shorter on these guys, and they might potentially be slimmer? I don't know, but it would kind of make sense because they are in a desert. Whereas like the Rocky Mountain ones, they're in the Rocky Mountains where it's much colder. Let's take a look at these 2 females. Yeah, I feel like they're definitely skinnier. We'll have to take a look at side-by-sides of both the Rocky Mountain ones and the desert ones. But I definitely do think they're a little bit more like slimmed down. And there is another different fur type. I like the brown fur. It looks pretty solid. Ooh, we got a nice looking level 3 over there. Let's go ahead and get a shot into him if we can. Drilled him. Absolutely smoked. Wait, is that a rare? Hold up. Is that a rare? That looks really different in comparison to the one that we just killed. I think that's a rare. If that's a rare, this is already like one of the best hunts we've had for bighorn sheep in a long time. Because I can't recall the last time we actually had a decent sized male rare. We got a female melanistic when the new fur types were added for the Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep. I think that was like an update or 2 ago. But I haven't had a rare male in forever, and I think that's one of them. I think that's a rare. That's got to be like a leucistic, or is that just like a new fur type that's a common? We got to check it out either way. I mean, that looks pretty cool regardless. And that also does remind me of something. This update also came with a population reset to every single type of bighorn sheep. Not just the desert bighorn, but the Rocky Mountain ones as well, because from what I've heard from other people, it seems like a bunch of weight estimates and stuff got shifted around for everything. Oh gosh, that's pretty. I mean, it's got a pink nose. Is this an albino? Oh my gosh, it is. It's an albino. They look so different than the Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep albinos. These are a lot more like yellowy. Oh my gosh, that's cool. That is super sick, man. This update just keeps getting better. This is my first time checking out these desert bighorn sheep. I had not seen them until this hunt right here. This update just gets better and better, and I still can't believe this isn't even like a main map update, right? Like normally June and December are the big updates, but we've got a crazy update in October. The Desert Bighorn, the Great One Wolf, the Feeder Pack, the brand new Moose Rares, the Backpack rework. There's just so much good changes and additions in this update. Here's that other one that we killed. This is a light gray variation, 162 scoring male. So 196.93 is diamond. I assume that is the same. I'll be honest, I can't remember 100%, but I think that's unchanged there. Either way, this guy looks really cool. Man, these are so awesome, man. They look so cool. I'm just so happy we have a map-specific variation of a species finally. There's another couple right there. Let's go for this guy first. Did that miss? Did that miss? I don't even know. That should have been a hit. There we go. Okay. Well, we got a shot into it. Definitely not as smooth as I had wanted, but we did get it, and that one's dead quick. Wow. There's the first one that we killed. That is the gray variation, 129, because we screwed it up, so that's a little unfortunate, but yeah, we killed it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Just a small level 3, and I definitely think these guys are more slender. Like, their necks for sure look a bit skinnier. Their bodies seem a bit more skinny, maybe a little bit more muscular. I can't quite tell. I'm gonna have to go look at the other ones. Ooh, here we go. We got another one running past us. Nice, we smoked it. Let's check out this one real quickly. A 130 light brown variation. About the same as the last one, to be honest. Let's see. This one looks a little bit darker. Yeah, that's a brown variation. Have we killed a brown variation yet? I don't think we have. I kind of like this one a little bit more than the other. Wait a second. They added a tree to Rancho. I'm almost positive. I swear this wasn't here before, because I had this set up to hunt this zone right here. Oh, that's huge. Oh my gosh, you're gigantic. That is a really big 4. Okay, we definitely need to take that thing down. As I was saying, though, I had this set up for mule deer during our Rancho grind, and I know for a fact I was able to see everything in this zone easily from right here. And now there's this big tree right here. They totally moved some stuff around with the terrain on Rancho. They had to. Like, there's no way they didn't. Okay, this guy is in a good spot now. Ooh, my tent just rendered in, and he was standing where it is. That could have deleted my tent, and they would have all spooked off. So, yeah, glad that it didn't. And we're going to take him down now. Gosh, they look so good, man. Like, that totally looks way different than the Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep. Like, it's got to look different. Please let this be a diamond level 4. It's unlikely, but that would be so cool if it is. 175. I mean, that's still really big, man. That still looks incredible. I feel like the horns are kind of out a little bit more, like they're more wide. Am I tripping, or do they actually look a little bit different? Okay, I think we need to head over to Silver Ridge and shoot a few bighorn just to see, like, the comparison. Yeah, there we go. There's some Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep, and I do immediately think that these guys have larger necks, like off the bat. I think they do. Let's get a shot into this guy. To be honest, there's not as much of a difference as I expected, but there already seems to be at least a little bit of a notable difference. Okay, let's take a look at it. Oh, yeah, there's a visible difference on the neck. It's a little bit thicker. It's fluffier. Oh, yeah, there's definitely a difference there. Scores are the same, so I assume the horns are exactly the same, but dude, that is definitely different. That's actually really cool, man. I love the detail they're starting to bring into Call of the Wild, like over the last year, trying to like improve things like this. This is something that's been needed for a while. Let's see, what does this one score? 159.35. Looking beautiful. Looks about the same as the last one. I want to go shoot some other fur types, as well as maybe a larger one if we can. Okay, there is mountain lions right on top of them. Also, I just realized the weights are completely different on here too. That they changed the weights for both the Rocky Mountain ones and the desert ones. I expected just the desert ones to have a different weight. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. So they just revamped Bighorn in general across the board, like both types. Oh, that is actually sick. Ooh, he's gigantic. He's not a diamond, but he's huge. That is a beauty right there. Oh, they're gonna spook too. Well, that's a problem. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive that previously the maximum weight estimate that you could get for a bighorn sheep was like 140 or 130 kgs. Or no, was it up to 160? I know it was different though. Like it was definitely not 143 for the max weight estimate. So they've definitely messed around with both species of bighorn in terms of like their weights. Definitely interesting. Let's get a shot into this guy. And we messed up the first one. You know what? Well, 20 years later, we have found our kill after an awful shot. But there he is. There is our bighorn sheep, our Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep. Level 416 kgs, 163 on the score. We screwed it up because we suck, but you know what? It is what it is. We were just a little bit high, it seems. Either way, another beautiful bighorn. And honestly, I might like the desert bighorn a little bit better. Like, obviously, these guys are fluffier, but I don't know. There's something about the desert bighorn that just really draws me to hunt them. Something else to note with this update is that the drink time is different for Rocky Mountain Bighorn than it is for the Desert Bighorn. If we look at the Rocky Mountain Bighorn, it's 12 to 16. But obviously the Desert Bighorn is the 11 to 14 that we hunted earlier. Let's see if we can make this shot right here. And we made the shot. He is absolutely dead. Let's take a look at this guy right here. That is a 170 scoring Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep. And with this kill right here, I think it's time to hop back over to Desert Bighorn. We've seen enough. I think we can tell there's a major difference. Now we just got to go hunt some more Desert Bighorn and see if we can get some more trophies. Oh, we scared away a 4, but there's still a few there. I think we can shoot this 3 pretty easily right here. Hey, little guy. Turn around for me, buddy. You know what? We'll just take that shot. Let's take a look at this beauty right here. Yeah, it's so clear the differences between the Desert Bighorn and the Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep. I do think I like these desert ones a little bit better. It could just be, you know, the whole like, what do they call it? The like honeymoon phase where something's just added so you're like more excited about it. But I don't know. I think they look better. I kind of like these a little bit more. Maybe I'm just so happy that we finally have different variations for different maps and they actually fit their environment. Either way, it's really cool, man. Oh my gosh, we have 2 gigantic Desert Bighorns side by side. This guy has a very tiny chance of making diamond. It's very unlikely, though. His upper estimate is just barely over what it would need to be diamond. I believe, since in Call of the Wild, they can score clear up to the final decimal of whatever their upper estimate is. This guy does have a chance. Like, he could go clear up to 197.99. Now, it's very unlikely he'll score that high, but, you know, there's a possibility. Okay, so this guy's behind a rock. But the one that we actually want to take down, the max 197 estimate one, is in a good spot. So we're going to take the shot and absolutely drill it. There it is. This could be our biggest one of the day. I think the biggest was like, what, 170 something or something like that. What's this guy scoring? 182. That is our biggest one of the day. And oh my gosh, look at the tight curl on this guy's horns. Holy gosh, they're so cool, man. Over the last 2 updates, Bighorn have gotten so much love, and it just makes me so happy to see them finally looking how they should. In the Ski Ridge update, they got the new true horns. Now in this update, we actually have a distinction between desert and Rocky Mountain ones. It's just getting better and better every update. We got a few over here. Let's try to get some shots into them if we can. None of them are above level 3, so I mean, they're not huge, but we still want to try and get a couple of them down, and I mean, why not a third as well? Let's grab these real quick. That is the gray variation once again. We've already seen that one though, and that is also the gray. Well, there it is, our brand new rare albino desert bighorn sheep. Gotta say, these guys look really cool. I like that there is differences between these and the albino Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep. In fact, let's go find my Rocky Mountain one. I think it's in here if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's up. Oh, wait, there it is. I guess they actually just changed it all around. No, that's different, right? Either way, this was a very fun video. I hope you guys appreciated and enjoyed watching it. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you want to see this happen to more species, and which species in particular. Would you like to see a rework to, let's say, like mule deer? Would you like to see desert mule deer on Rancho and then Rocky Mountain mule deer on Silver Ridge? Personally, that's probably the one that comes to mind first for me. Be sure to subscribe to the channel as well, and also hitting that like button before you go, and clicking the hype button on the video if you have it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!